I'm just gonna say Princess Fiona did it first, spoilers ahead. So Damsel takes on the usual story that we've seen a billion times, where the damsel is trapped in some sort of building guarded by a dragon, and then Prince Charming comes to the rescue. Here it's quite the opposite. Prince Charming puts the girl into the dire situation and hopes for the dragon to turn her into a club sandwich, while he spends time with his mummy. Like Shrek, I kinda like this idea of reverting the usual storyline. I think that's a positive aspect of the film's story, perhaps the only one. The acting is quite good. It's nice to see Millie Bobby Brown outside Stranger Things or the Godzilla movies. She goes a lot with these whimsical films like Enola Holmes. This one, I'm afraid, is less well written than the second Enola Holmes. The film is very lax when it comes to explaining the world, and we don't know a lot about these people. We assume they must have some level of nobility, but it's kinda odd. Why is that town or kingdom in such dire conditions while the other kingdom is swimming in gold? Not like that doesn't happen in real life, but still. Aside from that, I do wish the ending could have been a bit less predictable. I must say I chuckled when Elodie answered home to the question, where are we going? Like she's taking a taxi cab in New York in a early 2000s movie. It was very fun watching the royals burn like a Costco rotisserie chicken, but it would have been more interesting if they could have paid for it. Why would the dragon cut that deal with the king, justifying it based on the fact that it had to be worse than death, and then she just cooks them and calls it a day? What about all the other innocent girls that died in that cave? It seemed like they went for the flashiest ending over the more justifiable one. The CGI looks quite good most of the time. There are some moments when it looks like they were running out of budget, but it's serviceable. The design of the dragon is pretty cool. They did try to make her look a bit different, and I did like that the dragon had a backstory and a motive. Perhaps one of the best and most emotional moments from the film is when Elodie realizes how many girls were killed there and has some sort of vision of all the girls and their names. It was a good moment that really helps put a face on all the victims that were nothing but a form of payment for the royals. It does appear to be setting itself up for a sequel. That's so common these days, I just can't say anything about it. It's so common that I am actually now surprised when it turns out it's made as its own thing. Some parts are a bit silly, like Elodie falling Lord knows how many floors and then being totally fine, or convenient elements like the glow-in-the-dark gummy worms that heal you from third-degree burns, but the film can be enjoyed if you're looking for something to watch with some cool visuals, a satisfying payback moment, albeit not too logical, and Millie Bobby Brown running away from a dragoness. As always, thank you for watching. See you next time.